Good start.
Hello, Pedro. Good Friday. How are you?
Friday to everybody. Happy Friday to you, Enrique. I learned that we have more than 7,000 people subscribed to our newsletter on LinkedIn. I haven't really expected this. Just such a great news, guys. So just thank you. My God.
Right. We are pushing articles, research, some transcripts of the interviews we do here, any other BIM content around. Wow, it's shiny badge here even. So scan the QR code, and you can join the newsletter from Tico Advisors in LinkedIn. More than 7,000 people are going out, as I said. So it's just a way you will receive 1 week or every 2 weeks notification, depending when we publish the articles. And that's nothing. We won't bother you anymore.
Just one thing. Can I just check one thing? The new feature which we are having here.
Oh boy. Look, okay. I like more this one. What do you think?
No, it's okay. Just checking. I'm checking.
That's okay. Yeah. Fantastic. So this is one, and the second. Come on, raise your right hand, Peter. Raise your right hand. 1, 2, 3. There you go. And subscribe to the channel.
On this side, guys. So no, that's another goal, guys. So we would like to reach 1,000 people on the YouTube. It's just to really create the snowball effect for the BIM and the BIM Cafe. The goal is as well just to organize something live with the people, not live in the PC, because that's really just not good anymore.
Lonely.
But really just see people face to face. If we get to 1,000, let's just organize some coffee somewhere and talk about BIM and exchange. So,
yeah. You simply like the content, just give us the support, because it's our motivation to keep it running, and to try to make it happen for many more seasons. Well, exactly. Promotion over, right?
Today, tell me, how great there will be the interview today.
Did you miss speaking in Spanish?
Oh, okay.
We're having a Spanish guest this time. Okay, this interview will be in Spanish. No worries, guys. I have the subtitles for you for the clips going over, and the interview, which will be published on YouTube, also available with subtitles and the captations. So no problem at all. But we're gonna introduce Patricia Isla. She's gonna be our guest for this interview. And she works in a construction company as a consultant doing implementation for the famous ISO 19650. Do you remember that? We discussed with Natalia Oliveira. You remember her? Oh my God, he's already bored. I knew that.
And I was just like, no, I like all of the ISO things, and I work on them for 20 years. It's really difficult, guys. So just, especially to pass the certification. So it's just all of the guys who did it, congratulations. I love you. It's very simple.
It's really, well, we are discussing between the necessary and the not necessary stuff, right? But this is how the world is evolving. One thing which is clear, and we will discuss about this on the interview, that having the certification is gonna open you many doors for businesses and so on. So, okay, even it's a way, right? Like, it's not. So let me introduce you, Patricia Isla. Okay, he's gonna present the presentation, the technical director in BIM on the SGS company, and we're gonna discuss mainly about the ISO. Main job role, and how the projects needs to work in BIM, how the companies needs to work in BIM projects to get the certification.
Certification. That's something which I think is important. Yes.
Fantastic. Let's jump into the
BIM Cafe certificate or something like that. Wow. Yeah.
Certified viewer.
Yeah.
Certified viewer.
Write it down.
Fantastic. Good. Let's get rid of a bit of the background music, and we're gonna start with the clips. First of all, general topic to break down the ice on the conversation. How really BIMs apply to the construction stage on Patricia's perspective. We heard this many times, but let's see what she thinks of how BIM is helping the construction.
Por un lado, tenemos la parte de realización de proyectos, de auditoría de proyectos, de modelos BIM, que va al final la construcción, como va evolucionando, es como va también el BIM. Entonces, en lo que ahora mismo es la construcción, es donde hay que aplicar el BIM y es donde estamos poniendo nuestros esfuerzos. Entonces, ya no es solo que hacemos temas BIM de auditoría modelos BIM, sino que en los proyectos de construcción como tal, aplicamos el BIM. Por ejemplo, en la calidad o en el seguimiento de obras, tenemos una parte importante, ya que SGS es líder en estos ámbitos a nivel mundial. Entonces, en estos ambientes le estamos aplicando el BIM para promover la digitalización y también aprovechar estas nuevas tecnologías que hay para hacer que todo el conjunto también evolucione, porque al final evolucionamos uno, evolucionamos todos.
Okay, so I think we catch it again, the same things. It's just all of the people need to work together.
But yeah. I mean, this is we're getting over the bit. Guess what? Yeah, guess what? Patricia is an architect, so we're mainly having architects, so their views are slightly similar, right? BIM and construction evolve together. That's the tagline, but this true, no? It's the company get implementation, other people working there as well. No? So this is a bit of the concept we want to bring over. Not only here in France, they say, okay, if I repeat the same thing maybe 10 times, it's boring. But if 10 people repeat the things only once, then maybe it gets more impact, right? So that's what we're trying to bring over.
This is what we did the last week, what we discussed it last week as well. I'm just that we adding the construction, the BIM, and everybody, but I think the last week we said the technology will need to go as well on this equation. So yeah, all the people saying the same thing. I think it's kind of like a broken record we're doing anyway. So okay,
let's try to break the record forwards. We're gonna catch on the following clip again ideas we shared. I remember with our guest David Delgado last season as well. Yeah, we're talking about this boom of the BIM objects, like people are putting all the information there. Soon we realize, hold on, it's not necessary to fit all the information we have about the product in a BIM file, right? Every type of information is required on every type of stage. And this is an idea that Patricia is also sharing with us. So let's take a look on her opinion, and afterwards we go.
Let's listen to her.
Pues, o sea, de temas de información yo pediría una serie de parámetros generales, ¿no? De a qué proyecto pertenece, cuál es la empresa que lo ha generado y yo qué sé, temas como materiales, la potencia en caso de bombas, de equipos y temas así, pero que luego, sobre todo, lo importante es que luego sirvan para algo, no poner...
Claro. Información sin ningún tipo de coherencia.
Exacto, o sea, serían datos, ¿no? Lo que ahora se llama, ¿no? La diferencia entre información y datos, que uno está estructurado, uno es todo lo que hay y el otro está estructurado y ordenado y tiene un porqué, tiene un para qué. Y luego del nivel de modelado, yo diría que siguiendo los niveles del BIM Forum que establecen que se basan en la Haya, yo ahí le pondría un mínimo del LO 200.
Ok.
De geometría, porque al final el LO 100, pues bueno, igual nos sirve para muy poco y veamos, el LO 200 sería el mínimo que habría que contar y yo creo que incluso en algunos activos sería incluso suficiente. Si lo que necesitas es información y te da un poco igual la geometría, tampoco hace falta ir a grandes niveles de geometría para poder cuantificar cuántas sillas tienes, cuánto es el mobiliario y demás.
Perfecto. So,
geometry,
do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember this LOID, you know, what we discussed in the first season more than a year ago, right? It's level of detail, level of design.
Guys, you can go back to it and just to watch it. If you still don't know what the BIM is and you would like to understand it, go back to our season 1 when I was just grilled each time by Enrique. Just he asked, do you know what the BIM is? So you can find the answers about the different layers, different levels, different dimensions, everything. Season 1. Go back and check.
Exactly. So we asked Patricia on those 10 because you guys also are aware now of what is LOD. She's recommend 200 is more than enough to start a project. Just basic geometry, basic information. We don't need to fill that with an amount of information. It's going to make the file and the process general heavier, no? Because the more information, more you need to filter. And this is not the way we want to. This is not the wise approach to use technology. The Trojan horse, it was saying that David, I just remember now, there was the analogy that David was saying about the BIM objects, no? At the beginning, like, yeah, it's full of information. People thought it was the solution. No, it's not really like that. So specific information is the best for them. Let's move on to the next clip. And we're going to talk about the digital twins, how it evolved with the projects and the importance to have the data after the construction phase. Okay, this is as it were for the MRO operations standards.
Digital twins. Okay.
Digital twins. There you go. Información que es el modelo más actualizado, ¿no? Solo que lo llamamos los as-built, ¿no? Y los digital twins también, ¿no?
Claro, sí. Sí. Justo el digital twin, cuando se está durante la obra, y después el as-built cuando ya ha pasado para ser un modelo de mantenimiento, y al final el tenerlo todo en una base de datos donde tú tienes todos los activos, al final eso es lo que yo creo que a los clientes más les ayuda para poder gestionar bien el activo. El as-built, que es cuando ya está construido. Y también igual para hacer intervenciones en zonas con el máximo detalle también se puede hacer, que es algo que con otras tecnologías no se puede llegar. Es una de las oportunidades que da. Sí, al final es importante mantener la base de datos, o sea, si tú ya lo tienes, es importante seguirla nutriendo de más datos y tenerla actualizado para que sirva. Es muy interesante lo que has dicho de que al final es un modelo inteligente, ¿no? Se podría decir así, porque al final está, bueno, si ya se vinculara con temas de sensores e información asociada, ya sería un edificio casi vivo que podría llegar a hacer incluso predicciones a futuro.
Exacto.
I think that's one of the repetition of what we already talked about, the digital twin and the way how we can just simplify it. I think conceptually it's easy. I mean, maybe not. Conceptually, it's difficult to understand, to be honest. You know how I can just, I have this pen, and how I can just make it digital, right? And just what it means, right? And just okay, so can I write with this pen when it will be digital or not? And so I think that conceptually it's not so easy. I think we are right now after the season 3, so I'm just into it. In GE we also just spent a year of the digital twin building models, etc. So that I got it, but it's difficult, seriously.
Yeah. On the case of the pen, I can agree with you that doesn't make much sense. But in other type of constructions or installation of equipment, it can make sense to. We remember on the clip we saw, and you guys can see the full interview afterwards. We displaying a video, a small promo video, where the camera moves around to go to the 3D installation, and you can access or see parts that they are not easy reachable if you're not on site, for example. So this kind of digitalization for those equipment can be necessary. But it's true, like the concept. That's why we need to define well the data inside, the purpose of it. We need to see the real value of it. And also, let me ask the power of we were here display below, the power of having a live database. This is also very important to this common data environment or CED. Again, go to season 1, definitions, acronyms. Okay, you can check it out, everything is there. And having the power that everyone can access to the same information and put there all the different changes or updates or whatever. So the project is keep feeding information updated and use it for the digital twins as build models.
Yeah, no, but I will not overrate these things, because I think one of the key elements, the life does not exist I don't believe it that the life can exist on the construction, right? The complexity of the interactions and the number of the data flows and the systems will not enable you to have the live data, right? It will be, it will be updated, but it will not be live. Okay?
Totally, but still, I think we haven't, as humans, developed that tool to replace us from collecting the live data and feeding it into the database. No, can be some sensors or monitor who can check the temperature and just put it into a computer, right? But things that actually really needs our eyes, not to say, okay, this is getting degraded or whatever. But we still need this human to go there, check on site, and report that data wherever is the database. No?
This is amazing, Enrique. I see the evolution on the beginning. You were talking about the engineering, and I was talking about databases. Right now, you start talking about the databases, and I am talking about engineering. So okay, I'm not sure. And this is something is going wrong here.
You convert me, I convert you, right? But we're still in different sides. Okay, so let's start to talk about the main topic today, right? Like the funniest, whatever, the ISO 19650. And what's the reason behind, how to structure the data in the model. This is how we headline the definition for the ISO. And I told Patricia when we were preparing the interview, and she told me she wants to talk about this ISO as a part of her main role for the audition on the citizen companies. I will tell her, okay, I'm going to explain you directly. I'm going to ask you directly to explain to me what does it mean in a clear way. Imagine I'm your grandma, you need to do it easy. Okay, so let's see Patricia succeed and she explained it properly, or otherwise we're going to tell her that no. It's not enough. I wouldn't buy it.
Sí, mira, la ISO es una normativa que no es obligatoria ahora mismo a nivel español, a nivel España. En otros países, por ejemplo Inglaterra, es de obligado cumplimiento en todos los proyectos de uso público. Entonces, en esta normativa lo que te permite es gestionar la información de una manera eficaz. Lo que hemos dicho antes, tenemos muchos datos, tenemos mucha información, pero lo que hacemos es ordenarla de tal manera que sirva para algo, que nosotros la podamos usar. Entonces, esta normativa lo que garantiza es que en los proyectos donde yo me meto como BIM, puedo utilizar esta norma. Por ejemplo, nosotros cuando hacemos auditorías de modelos, verificamos que la información está de una determinada manera, que es como se indica, cómo se requiere, ¿no? Pues muchas veces dices tú, ¿para qué la necesito, no? ¿Para qué? Pero bueno, si nos vamos igual, ¿cuál es uno de los beneficios? Yo te diría que hay empresas que hemos visto que nos han dicho que si queremos, que quieren certificarse, nosotros les hemos dicho, bueno, vamos a hablar un poco, a ver qué es lo que tenéis y demás, porque dicen que no habían hecho nada de la ISO, de la normativa. Y después de hablar un poco con ellos, nos hemos dado cuenta de que realmente, pues simplemente cambiando un par de nombres, igual un documento, algo así, pero que ya están, porque ellos hacían de una manera tan lógica los proyectos,
Claro.
que ya lo llevaban incorporando durante empresas de ya igual más de 10 años que llevaban ustedes utilizando la metodología BIM. Entonces, al final, es una manera lógica y eficaz que te ayuda a gestionar la información.
I repeat again, she said in Spanish, it was with subtitles, but it's a logical way to structure the information inside the models. That's the simplest definition. I told her, like, will my grandma understand? Will your grandma understand, Peter? We don't know, right? This is the question I said. But well, I think it's okay in a simple way. The thing is we agree or not, but this is how the ISO 19650 is trying to tell you, so how to make the data structure and simple.
No, I think it's a hot topic. I think this is the hot topic which we can address it, and maybe this is, maybe we can just write the new article on the Modern Digital about the ISO 650.
Even to break it down the number because it's too complicated.
19,050. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we need to make a debate. No, do you agree with this ISO? Do you need it or not? Well, the truth is, and we'll discuss about this on the next clip, that being certified, same as Natalia shared with us, is gonna for sure open you many doors and make you eligible company to participate in business, which are only close to one. So on that part, it's true that, believe it or not, but you are same. I know you can apply for a job. You have the certification of managing a software or having the certification of English or French or Spanish speaking, whatever. No, so the certifications are like this. When they are recognized, you have access to many other things that other people don't.
No, it's clear. I think it's opening the doors, and it's also the structure. When I was implementing the ISOs for security, for the processes, the one thing which was really just the good one was that it allows you to bring the structure in some of the process, some operations. Some of it was just, I think, overwhelmed, but it also depends on the management, how you want to structure it. So yeah, that's pretty flexible. The people do not like the ISO. Just when you say, oh my God, it's difficult. Yes, it's not easy, but it's structuring you, it's helping you. So at the end, not only the door opener, but also just structuring some of your processes and the reflections of the data.
Another thing that Patricia says, that when many companies approach her companies to get the certification, they review, okay, let's see how you do the process and so on. They say, okay, actually you guys are already doing all right. You're doing it in a structured and organized way. You simply don't have the certification, but it's not going to be an issue for you to get it because you already have a structured way of working. So
correct.
For some cases, you can see if you're already working a proper way, it won't be such a huge change. But if your work is a mess and you have workflows or things that go over and over by hour or day task, yeah, you need to restructure, but in some other cases, no, you're already working on that way without knowing that you're working under the certifications. Good. Let's jump to the following one, and this is, as I said, discussing the doors that can be opened with getting the certification. So let's take a look at Patricia's opinion on this, and then we comment.
También, ¿para qué beneficios puede tener para mi empresa? Yo soy una empresa,
sí.
Ahí tenemos que ver, en plan, qué tipo de empresa, ¿no? Puede ser la parte contratada, es decir, el cliente, puede ser, por así decirlo, el estudio de arquitectura que gestiona todo, puede ser la constructora principal o puede ser simplemente un proveedor, no pasa nada. Es decir, dentro de tu empresa, lo que vas a conseguir, primero, es que es una normativa internacional, entonces te va a abrir muchísimo campo. Las empresas que están auditadas, que siguen esta norma, al final se encuentran que tienen más campo de acción para poder vender sus servicios, que al final es una normativa internacional, sí. Pero también nos hemos dado cuenta ahora que hay algunas empresas que trabajan con esta normativa que te exigen estar certificadas.
Vale.
Porque, claro, si yo estoy hablando en español, yo quiero que mis otros colaboradores también hablen en español, ¿no? Por así decirlo. O en inglés, pues vamos a establecer un lenguaje común.
Vale.
¿Qué lenguaje común usamos? Pues vamos a usar la ISO 19650, que es un estándar internacional que es eficiente y que funciona. Eso al final te da el paso a paso de un proyecto desde la concepción, desde el OIR, que es los requisitos de información de la organización. ¿Para qué quiere la organización del cliente? ¿Para qué quiere el modelo? Desde ahí hasta que se archiva. O sea, recorre todo el ciclo de un proyecto.
Perfecto. So
I think she kills you. She kills you all of the numbers, and then I just saw it on your face. You're like, the eyes were just getting open wider and wider. Like, okay.
How to structure the information from all the stages of a project, right? Since the design or conception phase until the demolition or maintenance. Again, we already discussed about this, but getting the same information ideas hearing from different voices maybe can make an impact to the community, right? That's why we bring over the people. But yeah, that's it. Did Patricia convince you, Pietro, about the need of applying ISO, the ISO 19650 or not?
Oh my God, that's a difficult question what you're asking me right now. No, I'm convinced about the standards. I'm convinced about the importance of the different ISO, but I also convinced about the intelligence of the management. In some of the ISO structures, you need to say that you will not be implementing this process because of A, B, C, D, and that's also acceptable. So you need to be smart, okay? ISO is just this is the framework as the BIM. So, it's the same thing as for BIM. You don't need to have all of the maturity level, just the highest maturity level to run it properly. The same for ISO, just you can have the specific parts of the procedures, etc., to make it happen. So yes, she convinced me. No, I think it's not that everybody needs to have everything. So that's what my point is.
Yeah, good. So last clip we have today, and prepare the question for her when I was doing the interview. It's like, okay, what benefits can it bring me? How are the changes that can improve? So direct questions if I were the company I'm implementing the ISO. So last chance for Patricia to show that this is a need to get the certification.
Okay, let's go.
Yo veo más ventajas que inconvenientes, sobre todo a largo plazo. A corto plazo, yo entiendo que para muchas empresas, y ya no solo igual para el CEO de la empresa, es algo bueno, que quiere hacerlo porque sí, porque ve que es algo bueno. Pero para los trabajadores, al final, puede haber mucha reticencia al cambio. De, oye, pero entonces ahora voy a cambiar mi forma de trabajar, voy a hacerlo así. Pero bueno, al final la verdad es que hay muchísimos consultores BIM de esta norma que la verdad es que te ayudan y lo hacen muy bien, y si hay mucha reticencia al cambio, pues siempre puedes contar con el apoyo de algún externo que te ayude con tu empresa. Que realmente una norma, la Constitución, todos los códigos que hay, el Código Penal, el Código Civil, es algo lógico, no es algo de memoria. Está todo de una manera lógica. Es que si lo entiendes, ya lo tienes. No tienes que memorizarlo porque ya lo entiendes. Entonces, para mí, como yo a partir de ahí incluso he visto esta normativa, es de esa manera, desde el punto de vista lógico. No desde el punto de vista de memorizar y aplicar por aplicar, sino desde un punto de vista con sentido y práctico. Claro, y es algo que lo dice la normativa. Primero, la norma defiende la mejora continua. Se basa, según también los principios de la ISO 9001, de la mejora continua. Entonces, aparte...
Patricia, you did a good job. I think I'm convinced. Yeah, that's good. Continuous improvement makes sense as like for everything. So yes, good job. I think Enrique, good job. You got
Succeed,
me.
Patricia.
Yeah. No, we just do. I'm just when I was listening to this, exactly I was saying, do we need to certify ourselves for ISO 9001? And I was like, wow, okay. If the Tilka advisors will be certifying ISO 9001, it will be interesting. So yeah, be ready, guys. Be ready. We will be certified.
We're gonna be issuing certification soon. Now, the only thing I want to highlight just to close up the chapter today is that it's meant to be logical, as at the beginning. It's meant to be built on logical steps. So there is no an imposition of working that which doesn't make sense. Maybe you don't see at the beginning, but in long term, the changes are rewarding as well. But it was sharing with her experience. Well, Pietro, time to say goodbye. Enjoy the weekend, right?
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for being with us for today. Thank you for being with Patricia. The video will be released in the next 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Yeah, no, the 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Just be nice and please just help us to reach 1,000 subscriptions. Just like I cannot say it like this.
We're gonna grab the QR and show it to anyone faces. Right?
But also just the one thing, thank you very much once more for the subscription on the LinkedIn. So that's really for our newsletter. This is also thanks to help for Modern Digital and to all of the other communities which we are participating. So guys, thank you. It's okay, 3 times. For being with us and just listen. Thank you for your feedback. We have the very good feedback also and challenges in the way how we implement and how we talk and about the BIM. If you need any help on the small part of the beams, do not hesitate. Reach out to Enrique, reach out to me. But just subscribe. That's really the important. And we will just get back to you for sure. Wow, that was the commercial.
That was a good speech. Just let me adjust for the beginning. Well, thank you everyone again. I repeat those words, but we are now 17th of March. A couple of episodes to go for the season. No one. We're gonna take a break for the Good Friday. No one will be watching us on Good Friday, right? But guys, the list for the season 4 is getting closed down for the guests. So leave us your comments or recommendations if you want to be part of this. Okay, so. Be aware of that. We're going to take this quick break on Easter, and we come back stronger for season 4. So, any new ideas, topics, and comments you want to share, go.
Yep.
And also, lastly, the end of March, we'll publish the dates on the next episode. I will be present in Madrid on the Reveal event, the biggest event in construction and architectural in Spain. I will be present there. If you want to come over and say hi, and I buy the coffee that Pietro will buy you in cars, I will buy you now here as well in Madrid. So just come over. I know that funny as Pietro, but I can do some jokes. So
yeah, a lot of good topics, guys. Thank you very much for this week for meeting. It was really good. Good to all see you all. I have a lot of good contacts. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for the positive comments about the way how we try to democratize BIM and to make it sure that it's just reachable and available to everybody. So again, thank you for your support on the MIPIM. I need to go back to see some other folks. So thank you very much for that.
Fantastic. Okay, guys, a pleasure. Have a good weekend. I will see you soon. Ciao.
Thank you very much. Have a good Friday, guys. Enrique, you're fantastic as usual Fridays. We need to think about the Monday calls as well, mate.
I got it flattered already now. Bye, Pietro. Have a good weekend.
Have a good Friday, guys. Thank you very much.